chairman of the governing council of this great university, still the only university of Nigeria, the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I hereby present the letter of appointment of the 16th Vice Chancellor of this great university, in the person of Professor Simon Ortuanya. Congratulations, bro.
I, Professor Simon Ortuanya, humbly accept your appointment as Vice Chancellor of University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I thank the Almighty God that have brought this about today. In a special way, I appreciate our President, His Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the transformation that he has brought to bear in education in Nigeria. I want to appreciate the Chancellor of our university, the Oni of Ife, for being a father to our university. Let me appreciate our Governor, His Excellency, Dr. Peter Obi, Governor of Enugu State, for his determination and commitment, for his doggedness and single-mindedness in making sure that today become a reality. I want to thank everybody that have been part of this process. Let me commend and thank all my colleagues, the professors, my brothers and sisters that went through this journey with me. And I want to say that I'm welcoming them all in our efforts to rebuild our alma mater. I want to thank you all, and I make this solemn pledge to dedicate my life in the next 5 years in service of humanity, to restore the dignity of man and to uphold the dignity of man. So help me God.
History was made at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN, as Professor Simon Ortuanya has been announced as the new Vice-Chancellor of the former indigenous university, breaking what several people have described as a 60-year-old jinx. He is the first Nsukka's cultural zone indigene to emerge as Vice-Chancellor of the university since its establishment over 60 years ago. Confirming the development, the Chief Whip of the Enugu State House of Assembly, Honorable Dr. Ejike Jude Eze, who closely followed the selection process, celebrated the appointment in a public statement. Describing the professor's selection as a product of hard work and dedication, Eze said, "It is both earned and inspiring, a reflection of your unwavering commitment to excellence and the advancement for our people." He's also appreciated the governor of Enugu State, Peter Obi, with what he has dubbed as his pivotal role in making the historic achievement possible. Later in a press statement by the university's acting public relations officer, Inya Agaegu, the management of the university stated that it is pleased to announce that appointment of Professor Simon Ortuanya, a distinguished professor of law, as the 16th Vice-Chancellor of the university. His appointment was ratified on Sunday by the Governing Council of the university following a transparent and merit-based selection process chaired by Engineer Kayode Ojo, Chairman of the Governing Council. Professor Ortuanya brings with him a wealth of academic and administrative excellence. He previously served as Associate Dean of the Faculty of Law, University of Nigeria, Enugu campus, and is a Professor of Law at the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, ESUT. He is also a visiting scholar at the Loyola University Chicago School of Law. In addition to his academic credentials, Professor Ortuanya has held several key public service positions, including Secretary to the Enugu State Government and Commissioner for Education in Enugu State. His deep understanding of university governance, policy, and law, as well as his extensive leadership experience, will significantly advance the mission and vision of Nigeria's premier university over the next 5 years. The university community congratulates Professor Ortuanya on his appointment and looks forward to a new era of academic excellence and transformational leadership. Professor Otuanya was also the Director General of the Southeast Governors Forum. His emergency came with a lot of dramatic twist, especially as professors from the Nsukka Cultural Zone have been agitating that one of their own should occupy the portfolio as a mark of respect to the people who gave out their land for the siting of the university since its establishment, which had been eluding them not for non-qualified candidates. Professor Simon Uchenna Otuanya is a professor of law and dean of the Faculty of Law, Enugu State University of Science and Technology. As the dean of law, his unending passion for academic excellence and his Midas touch propelled him into improving tremendously the learning environment of law graduates of the Faculty of Law, ESUT. This is reflected in the quality of graduates of the faculty that can compete globally with their counterparts and thereby repositioning the faculty in the world map. Professor Otuanya, a former Commissioner of Education in Enugu State, is credited numerous educational policies and laudable contributions towards an improved educational system of Enugu State under the past administration. He had previously served as Special Assistant to the Minister of Information and Culture of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is also the founding principal partner of Professor S.U. Ortuanya & Co. Word Chambers, an innovative and leading 21st century top law firm that provides legal support services across diverse areas of law that touches various business sectors of the Nigerian economy. He was called to the Nigerian bar in 1988 after obtaining an LLB Hons degree from the University of Nigeria Enugu campus in 1987. He obtained Masters of Law LLM degree from the University of Lagos in 1991 and a doctorate in law SJD from Loyola University Chicago School of Law in 2003. Between 2003 and 2005, he was a visiting scholar at Loyola University Chicago School of Law in the United States of America. He had served as the Director of Law Clinic and Associate Dean of the Faculty of Law, University of Nigeria, Enugu campus between 2007 and 2011. Between 2013 and 2016, he was Director of ESUT's Legal Clinic. He was previously the Head of Department of Private Law, Faculty of Law, Enugu State University of Science and Technology, ESUT, as well as Director of ESUT's Law Clinic. He has also served on the Human Rights Committee of the International Bar Association. Professor Otuanya has published extensively in both local and international journals and has authored several top-selling books, including but not limited to Law of Evidence in Nigeria, Practice and Procedure, HIV/AIDS Law and Policy in Nigeria, Public Health Law and Policy in Nigeria, Human Rights Law in Nigeria, Law, Practice, and International Perspectives, Health Law Legislation in Nigeria, and Fighting on the Side of Law and Justice, Legal Essays in honor of Professor G.O.S. Amadi, among others. He is a specialist in law of evidence, criminal law, human rights law, legal drafting, public health law, and corporate law. Professor Otuanya is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Chartered Arbitrators, Fellow, Chartered Institutes of Administration of Nigeria, member of the American Society of Law, Medicine, and Ethics, a member American Health Lawyers Association, and a member of International Bar Association, IBA, among many others.